All right, so we're going to check out the Madam Web honest trailer and pitch meeting. So this is a versus reaction. Obviously, you guys know that. But for those that are new, if this is your first time here, I do versus reactions between honest trailers and pitch meetings. Maybe some other stuff moving forward. But we're going to do it for Madam Web. This is how I'm going to experience this movie. I'm not going to see this in theaters. I'm not going to pay for it in any form or factor. I guess if it's on Netflix one day, I guess I paid for it because I pay for Netflix. Like, you know, a very small fragment of that fee goes towards that, I guess, maybe. But I'm not watching this movie. I've watched some clips. I've watched, obviously some behind the scenes stuff. I've watched the horrible trailer. And that's how we're going with this. So this will be my main experience with it. The honest trailer and the pitch meeting. Let's see how this goes. I'm not even looking forward to this, to be honest.
From a screenwriting duo making a good case for AI.
Oh my God.
And the studio who actually thought we'd pay for Morbius twice.
People did.
Comes Sony's latest spinoff to put the S&M back in Spider-Man.
Okay.
And when you take on the responsibility, great power will come.
Oh my God.
Ooh, so bad. I love it. Madam Web.
I love it. Yes.
Ever wonder how Peter Parker started off his life? As a baby. Boom. Question answered.
As a baby.
Now switch gears for a baffling prequel about saving 3 teenagers from Peruvian Man. Because he dreamt that one day they'd all be in a comic book movie together.
Teenagers now, but in the future, they have powers.
Will we see those powers
God,
outside a
his
dream
voice.
sequence?
In the future, they also have powers.
The girls? The girls have powers in the future?
We will not. We will see
Wait,
our hero
is
fight
that
against
legit?
their greatest nemesis, Cans.
Okay. What is... Was this a real thing? Like,
Come on, Dakota.
she could
You can
never open
this.
it?
Pop that top.
That's maybe something she just can't do. It's tough for some people, you know. Kind of a
If
thing.
Pepsi only send you 1 can, I find that really hard to believe. Watch Dakota
Okay.
Johnson showcase her trademark
Pepsi.
text-to-speech acting style.
Mike Epps is in
Why are
this?
you even doing that there?
I
that
knew he was in
ranges
there.
from low-key
Am I on the right train?
I don't know, man.
to aloof
Is he pressing the burgers again?
Yeah, they're ruined now.
to completely checked out.
I just want to go home and watch Idol.
In fact,
Let
she
me
went
go
full
home.
method for the press tour.
It was so cool.
Method.
It was like extremely exciting and
Her
Look at
character,
the eyes.
Cassie Webb, may be
Does not
socially
care.
awkward.
Her little boy wanted to say thank you.
Take it. Take it.
And make fun of her coworker's burgers so hard that he dies.
Are you pressing the burgers?
I'm releasing the fat.
That's called flavor, man. Plus, it's like really flammable.
Is he pressing the burgers again?
Yeah, they're ruined now. Come on!
But there's actually no
That he
second half to that
dies.
sentence. She just does both of those things. Save the cat, though. Now you
my
have to
God.
like her. Them's the movie rules. Journey to the part of the Amazon where
Oh my
Thor
God.
takes his spa days. When Cassie's mom, is bitten by a spider during childbirth.
Mole,
she'll
mole,
gain
mole, mole.
abilities that only emerge when she's dunked in water.
In a weird way. This is one of the clips that I saw.
Because spiders love water. That's why there aren't any famous rhymes about washing them out.
What?
Just walk away.
Okay.
Now, she'll have the power to reboot Groundhog Day for minutes at a time, on occasion.
I can see the
On
future,
occasion.
kind of.
And since Dakota is not going to learn how to fight for this dumb movie,
Did she do any
she'll use
training?
her powers to run over the bad guy with multiple stolen vehicles.
All right. That's what she does instead. Okay.
Just don't forget to cover your tracks. You missed a spot. Watch Cassie become a true madam by taking in a brother's
Lord.
worth of traumatized teenage runaways.
I had
had a few rough years in school when my parents were divorcing. My parents aren't around either. I think they resent how having a kid messed up their lives.
My dad got deported 6 months ago. My mom died when I was 5.
My mom's in a psych ward.
Okay.
There's Maddie, who gives the finger to any authority who'd question why she ollies over nothing into oncoming traffic.
Why? Over nothing.
Sydney Sweeney is Julia, a schoolgirl who, come on. Be normal. Wants to,
Be normal.
And the other one.
Right.
The other
Together,
one.
they'll bond over getting ditched by a jaded and different sourpuss.
I'm gonna be back in a few hours. I'll be gone a week.
Okay.
Until they all
Just
learn
keeps
that on a
leaving.
long enough timeline, kidnapping turns into adoption.
This woman's trying to abduct us.
What? No, shh.
This
Okay.
is still not a kidnapping, okay?
Are you all immediate family?
Yes, they're all mine.
Well, don't say it like that. That's creepy. Finally, she'll discover her stalker is Ezekiel Sims, the man who was in the Amazon with her mom when she was researching spiders right before she died.
I was in the Amazon with my mom when
I
she
knew
was
they were gonna play
researching
it.
spiders right before she died.
And since Sony hates fun,
Just a perfect
that line
delivery.
isn't even in the movie.
All I know is that she was researching spiders.
But don't worry, still plenty of dumb ones to go around.
I need to stop him before he kills those girls.
But I can't do what he can do. I can't do the leapy, crawly, like death poison.
Hope the spiders were worth it, Mom.
Don't do dumb things.
He's constantly setting people up to
Okay.
ask about his backstory, but never gets any takers.
I will not give up everything I've built.
In the future, that will destroy me and everything I've built.
The what?
with
The
those?
terrarium? George's necklaces? But the real backstory
God.
is how most of his
The
dialogue is
voiceover.
ADR'd over shots of his
Thank you.
actual back.
You have no idea of the torment and torture of dying
Like,
over
what?
and over again. As long as it has the
His
ability
mouth
to
clearly
find
isn't saying those
women
words.
now, before they get their powers.
And you still have found nothing? How could you have kept 3 teenagers hidden for a week?
It's
Oh
a good
my
thing
God.
you had no idea today was the day you were going to die.
Or just poorly synced with his mouth.
You're just like your mother.
Yes.
I agreed to provide security for you because I thought
Mouth
you were
isn't even
close to
moving.
finding the spider. I did from nothing, less than nothing. I will not give up.
The dubbing sessions for this
Oh
movie
my
are
God.
my Snyder cut.
Or
So
my
swing
Snyder
back
cut.
to when we were constantly dropping references to 2003,
Oh
which
my
was the
God.
style at the time.
So sad about Martha Stewart.
This track is going to be huge. Are you in the zone? This is Britney Spears.
For the most
Toxic.
misguided franchise kickoff since the Dark Universe cast
Ooh.
photo. Because
Yikes.
Sony will stop at nothing to make the Spider-Man villain universe happen.
Seriously.
Even though they've been trying long enough for Peter Parker to pay off his student loans. Should have stuck with the first idea. That sounds like peak cinema. Starring Limp Johnson.
Limp.
Hello, Sydney. I'm a computer. Tony Pigeon. Do you think
what?
a depressed person could make this? Barefoot Contessa. Peter Parker picked a proper parent. Laura Soft. The fact that this movie might actually save someone's life one day.
You want to go like this, and you want to keep a
The
rhythm
fact
like a
that
heart.
this
The
movie.
fact that this movie might get a forest burned down one day. Hack the planet. How we all feel about the future Sony team-up movie.
You know the best thing about the future? It hasn't happened yet.
And
Good
one
Lord.
weird trick bad directors use for awesome shots.
It's a constant. Good Lord. It happened that many times?
Barking spiders.
Why the fart?
Well, I guess the other big reveal is that Peter Parker's whole shtick is stolen from native Peruvians. Boom. Canceled.
Okay. Literally none of that, even the stuff that maybe I hadn't seen before, was a surprise in any way or something that intrigued me to watch this movie. Still nothing. Morbius was better in comparison, and that was bad. But this just looks so boring. So let's get to the pitch meeting right now.
So, you've got a Spider-Man adjacent movie for me?
Adjacent?
Yes, sir, I do. I was thinking we'd make a Madam Web movie.
The word web sounds Spider-Man-y. I'm gonna greenlight this right away. So she's like a female Spider-Man?
No,
not
but
at all.
this movie is gonna have 3 girls that eventually become Spider-Women.
Oh, now we're talking.
Yeah, well, they're normal the entire movie, but we will kind of see it once in a flash-forward vision thing.
That's enough for me to heavily lean on in the trailer.
Oh my
A
God.
little misleading.
I believe the term is
Very.
female-led, not misleading. It could be any height, really.
Never mind.
So tell me about this Spider-Man movie. We're connected to it. We're a part of that.
Well, at the beginning of the movie, there's going to be a heavily
Sure
pregnant
you are.
woman in the Amazon trying to find a spider that gives you superpowers.
How does she know it gives you powers?
By knowing it. But then when she finds it, the bad guy
What?
of the movie, Ezekiel, shoots her and steals it.
Oh, very mean. What's this bad guy's deal?
Well, he was in the Amazon with Madam Webb's mom when she was researching spiders just before she died.
Oh,
Everybody's
good sentence.
doing
I'm gonna
that.
put that almost verbatim in the trailer.
Thank you. So then these Peruvian spider people save the baby's life.
Another banger of a sentence.
Then like 30 years later, the baby Cassandra has grown up and working as an EMT in New York City.
How did the Peruvian Amazon spider people ship her back to New York City?
You know, Amazon Prime, I don't care.
Okay.
Her EMT partner is
I don't
Ben
care.
Parker.
That's the guy we're always killing.
Yeah.
Oh man, this movie's gonna be so Spider-Man adjacent. People are gonna love how much this almost involves Spider-Man.
And so one day Cassie falls into
Almost.
some water and has a near-death experience.
Those can be fatal.
I mean, no, they're not. But anyway, Cassie develops the ability to see the future,
Okay.
kinda, sometimes.
Oh, she does.
And then one day she has a vision of another EMT dying in a car crash, so she tries to stop him, but he's like, okay, you're crazy, and he drives off anyway and dies.
Didn't she kind of cause that by slowing him down and making him leave later than he would have without her involvement?
Hey, shut up. So then one day she sees a vision of these 3 girls, and Ezekiel is killing them
He's the
in a
reason that he
subway.
died.
Why does he want to kill them?
She's
Because
the
he's been
reason.
having visions of them eventually getting powers and killing him, so he's got to kill them now before they destroy
That's right.
everything
Could have
he's
been a
built.
Terminator
What has he
situation.
built?
I have no idea. I don't know.
Okay.
Yeah, to be honest, I haven't written
don't
any
know.
dialogue for this guy. I figure
Oh,
we
God.
just shoot the movie and then I'll figure out something after and we'll just re-record every single one of his lines in ADR.
Won't those not match the actor's lips?
Oh, listen, sir, I don't know how any of this works. So anyway, then Cassie saves the girls.
So
I don't know
anyway.
about this.
Ezekiel has a Spider-Man looking suit you could put in the trailer.
Oh, yeah, okay.
So Cassie steals a taxi and brings
alright.
these 3 girls to the woods in New Jersey, but she hears on the radio that she's now wanted for kidnapping.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, and she's like, oh, I don't want to be doing this.
God.
I hate helping people.
Why did she become an EMT?
Thank you.
Unclear. So then one of the girls mentions that Ezekiel crawled on the ceiling like a spider. So Cassie's like, oh, okay, you 3 girls stay in these woods. I'm going to go look at some papers for 3 hours. Well, see, Ezekiel has access to surveillance cameras all over the place, so the forest really is the safest place for little girls.
Say that like that.
Anyway, they decide to walk to a nearby diner and dance on some tables.
So they're not traumatized by almost being murdered by a spider person?
Well, they want to eat
my
food and
God.
flirt with teenage boys.
Well, okay then.
But then somebody in the diner is reading a
Yo.
newspaper with an article about the kidnapping, so he calls the cops.
A newspaper article about a thing that just happened a couple of hours ago in a different state.
Yes, and so then Ezekiel tracks them down.
Yes.
But Cassie has a little vision about this, so she hits him with the stolen taxi.
Oh, wow, wow, wow.
And then she's going to teach the 3
Well, that
girls
was new.
CPR, because
What
that's
was
going to
that?
come into play later. It's like Chekhov's CPR class.
God.
Hey, you're doing some 3-shadowing.
Isn't it foreshadowing? It's not up to that level, I don't think. No, that's fair. Anyway, now Cassie has to go to Peru
It's a
for a
level
dump.
below.
A long way to go for a bathroom break.
No, it's an exposition dump.
Like she doesn't have a canvas.
No, she tracks down the spot in the Amazon where her mom died and meets with a dude who was there and gets all the
my goodness.
information we in the audience already have.
Oh, okay. How does she find the exact spot?
She had a Polaroid picture of a tree.
Okay, that's basically coordinates.
So she has a vision about her
Basically,
mom, and now
okay.
she's not mad at her about researching spiders anymore.
Wait, isn't she
Okay.
wanted for kidnapping? How'd she drive a stolen taxi to the airport and get on a plane
Thank
to
you.
Peru?
Well, I mean, airport security was a lot more lax in 2003.
Well, you know, famously untrue. How did Ezekiel not track her on all the camera
Famously.
Reasons. Anyway, while she was gone, she left the girls with Ben Parker and his
Reasons?
very pregnant sister-in-law, Mary Parker.
She's pregnant with the whole reason we're making these movies.
She sure is, but then Mary goes into very premature labor, so they all have to go to the hospital, including the girls.
I mean, why do
Yeah.
the girls need to go too?
right.
So the rest of the movie can happen.
Okay.
So Cassie gets back from Peru and has to go help the girls with her stolen cab.
Wow, well, I mean, this guy's basically
evil Spider-Man, and she could just kind of see the future a little bit sometimes. It's gonna be tough to fight him. Actually, it's gonna be super easy. Barely an inconvenience. Oh, really? Yeah, see, now she steals an ambulance and crashes that through a wall into him. So her powers are seeing the future and then also Grand Theft Auto. And attempted vehicular homicide with said thefted auto. Yeah, very cool. Didn't somebody probably need that ambulance, though? I don't care. So then there's gonna be a big final fight. None of the characters are capable of fighting him, though, right? That is correct, and there are no more stolen cars in play, so they lure it into a firework factory and set it all up to explode. I saw that in a cartoon once. Same here. So Cassie uses her vision powers to help them dodge Ezekiel's attacks, and then also she can be in multiple places at once now. Oh, she can? Yeah, the guy back in the jungle told her when you take on responsibility, great power will come. Oh, that's kind of like the famous line. Yeah, exactly, but not as good, and that unlocked powers for some reason. Sick. And then I figured this is the perfect opportunity for some product placement for your partner, Pepsi. But in the middle of a weird firework fight? Yeah, see, I figure a giant neon Pepsi sign falls on the bad guy and he dies. Just a giant S falling on him, a giant P. Getting a giant P on you is tight. And so that's the end of the voiceover bad guy. But then Cassie falls into some water and gets a firework in the face. Oh, so it's time for the girls to do some CPR and save her life. Oh, from the two shadowing. Yeah, now she's totally fine, except she's blind and in a wheelchair forever. From a firework? Yeah, but she's perfectly happy. She cracks a little joke about Ben thinking that being an uncle is like all fun and no responsibility, but she knows what's coming. She knows that he and Peter's parents are gonna die, and instead of saving them, she's joking about it. Yeah, really funny stuff. And then we're also gonna tease a future where Madam Webb and those three spider women fight crime together or something. Yeah, how are they gonna get powers? Unclear, but won't it be fun to see them all in a future movie together? Maybe. I don't know these people. Very fun. So what do you think? Hey, listen, you plop some Spider-Man-related stuff onto film, and you've got yourself a movie, I think. I don't really know what superhero fans like. Let's hope it's this.
Let's hope. Lord. Nothing about this movie is worthy of viewing. I'm just gonna put it out there. Just based on the things I've seen. And these two videos, the pitch meeting was hilarious because he can do so much more than the honest trailers, especially because he was talking about a lot of the, this is the reason we make the movies. He's the reason. She's having the reason that we make these movies, all this stuff. And it's Spider-Man adjacent. They keep doing all these things where they don't want to include Spider-Man, but they want to do these things where it seems like Spider-Man's there, or a version of a Spider-Man or woman is there. And a lot of it just doesn't make sense. So this one, yeah. If it's on Netflix one day, I'll watch it. That's how I watched Morbius. I didn't pay for that or anything. Watch that on Netflix. And so I'll do the same for this once it's on there. But yeah, this movie was a train wreck. It just looked like a train wreck. The trailer was horrible. I love how both talk about that horrible line from Madam Webb, talking about her mom. But yeah, Pitch Meeting gets this one for me. Definitely. Both were good, but Pitch Meeting killed it on this one. Like it was trashing this movie. Like, completely trashing the movie. You could tell he didn't like it. So I like that. It makes for really, really good pitch meetings. So I appreciate it. Your thoughts though in the comments below. Let me know what you thought of the movie. If you watched it, unfortunately, I'm sorry. And then also let me know which one was better for you here, the pitch meeting or the honest trailer. Hopefully you enjoyed this. If you're not subscribed to the channel yet, hit that subscribe button down below. Hit the like button. It really helps out in a big way. And as always, I'll see you guys on the next video. Take care.